Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Dan and Bob Video Games. So it's an emote, and it's Banny in a Bane mask.
Please stop.
KZ Excellent.
I'm optimistic about things.
And Mr. Feel.
Jarvis released Tropic Thunder today.
Here on GigaBoots.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
Hey, KZ. Hey, Phil.
Hey.
We did another spoiler cast. God willing, it's out on Thursday. It's fucking Castlevania Netflix. We're not talking about that here.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Did I say Friday or Thursday? It's out Thursday. Anyways, 2 hours of sleep, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this is brought to you by.
Same.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
What you been playing?
I played Gatsu Fuma Den, Undying Moon.
Ooh, that's out.
Just
And
hit-
the
Like
English
the early
title
access
is...
thing.
Gatsu Fuma Den, Undying Moon.
Oh, okay, cool. Great.
Yeah, they didn't come up with anything different. This is an
All right,
early
can
access.
you get it through the summary really fast, Dan?
Yeah, Piccolo shows up. He does nothing. He eats shit. It's real fucking weird. Gohan gets drunk.
Oh, okay, 6.
How much peeing is there? I need to know before I rate it.
Oh, there's child buttocks and pissing.
I have to just drop this down to a 4. I'm sorry.
No!
How is Gatsu Fuma Den? I keep looking across this room being envious of you because I've been working.
Yeah,
And-
Gatsu Fuma Den, it's got a really cool art style. It's like 3D graphics, but it's a Japanese painting style to it. Looks very fancy, especially the backgrounds. Your hit effects with your sword look really cool, but the effect for everything is probably way too big because you can't see very well what the enemy is doing under it. Oh. So hopefully that gets a little bit clearer. This game's got all sorts of mechanics, but broad strokes, it's a roguelike that's almost exactly like Dead Cells. I don't know if a lot of people played that one. It's like a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania-esque roguelike. Where you have a dodge button and your weapons all have combo attacks. So it's a good base, I think, but all the mechanics they put on top of it feel like they're not balanced at all yet and almost seem like they're made by a bizarre alien who's never played a game like this before.
How many times is a roguelike going to come out that feels like that?
I don't know. It's weird. So I've played this game a decent bit, like several hours.
Yes.
I, in all my time playing it, have not built up enough currency to buy even a single like main upgrade for my character.
Are you What?
Yeah. Which I think I get to, like, I think you take a major drop to how much of the long-lasting currency you get when you die. So I think the idea is keep beating level 1 and leaving, like going back to your home base, which is insane. Like, why would...
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't feel
insane.
good.
No, that's terrible.
I mean, it doesn't make any of this clear. You just have less than you've got during the exploration when you get home. And it's not clear why.
Turn the page, wash your hands. Turn the page, wash your hands. Jesus.
So there's those upgrades for your main dude that would actually increase like your starting health, your starting attack, stuff like that. I just can't get it. It wants 60 points. All this time I built up 40 points. Or maybe 35. It's something like that. It's insane. And there's also this mechanic where you can upgrade your weapons, which is super weird. You're collecting items as you kill enemies. Like, okay, this kind of enemy dropped a tooth, and this tooth can, if you have 15, you can unlock this upgrade for this weapon. But that doesn't fully unlock it. It takes forever to get enough to unlock for the weapon, but then you don't actually engage the unlock until you beat level 1 of your run. You find a shop that lets you actually unlock that upgrade for that one individual weapon that only lasts for as long as you're holding that weapon. So next run, you have to do it again.
Why is this?
It's bizarre and stupid.
Yeah, no, this sounds terrible.
And sometimes you'll just pick up weapons that already have those upgrades unlocked, and other times you won't. Yeah, it's super weird, and I have no idea what they were thinking.
So it's an early access, huh?
Yes. Also, I've beaten one stage. You you immediately go to the next stage after that, but there's several different portals. So I randomly, it dropped the key for another portal in stage 1. So now I have a third stage unlocked to go to at any point after I beat stage 1.
Okay.
which doesn't make any sense. It wasn't something special I did. It was just sitting in a chest. I've never beaten stage 2, but I've seen stage 3.
Okay. All right. That doesn't make any fucking
I'm
sense.
happy
but
for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
We're sorry that happened.
I don't know. I have no idea why.
They could have just. This sounds insane, but they could have just made a game like the original Gatsu Fuma Den, and that would still hold up nowadays.
Yeah, I know. This whole time, just like, man, if this were just like Gatsu Fuma Den and used maps that are kind of easy made, recreated for things like this to fill out a big world map, that'd be great. Instead, I have this weird thing. There's also a ton of weird stuff it does with the gameplay, which I think half of this is actually cool.
Yeah.
Is you're fighting, sometimes enemies will drop souls, and that'll be a Gradius style system at the bottom of your screen that you're filling up. So
and you cash it in for a power up as soon as it builds up high enough.
Yeah, so it starts out as like the first slot is upgrades your main weapon. Second slot upgrades your sub weapons, which are like throwing stars and calchop, stuff like that. Just throwable stuff. And then third slot, increase your health bar. Fourth slot, get you an extra healing potion. So I didn't realize how the system worked for most of my playtime because they don't teach you it at all. Even looking at the tutorial menus, read about it, it makes no sense. But eventually I figured it out. And the amount of health it gives you when you get like those 3 souls and then it upgrades the health is crazy. It like gives you 50% more health. So I think that the real idea is just keep doing that because your upgrades to like main weapon and sub weapon damage doesn't seem to be that major. It also has a lot of systems around if you hit an enemy exactly as they're hitting you, you get a counter hit. But a lot of times that won't stop the enemy hit. So you'll do more damage, but then take like a huge amount of damage doing it. So I'm not sure why this is here. There's also a system where if you kill a bunch of enemies in a row, you'll like start powering up and get more powerful. And it's on a super strict time limit, and you don't give you a meter or anything to tell you how long you have. So it's really vague. I had to read about this system more than use this system. There's also a system where you can guard break an enemy and then do like a finishing move. And the finishing move will damage everything else on screen.
Oh, okay.
And it's really neat, but there's no like meter to tell you how much guard they have left or anything. So it feels almost random when it happens.
Do you have attacks that do more guard breaking damage?
There are some weapons that do more guard breaking damage.
Okay, at least that's a thing.
Yeah, there's at least some sort of idea of, okay, I get this, and then the main thing I'm doing with this weapon is that.
Mm-hmm.
Which there's actually a lot of cool weapons. Like you get an umbrella you can fight with, dual swords, a big club, and your main katana has like a counterattack technique, which does not do enough damage to justify how much danger you put yourself in, because the enemies do a ton of damage.
Yeah, but you're cool if you do it.
Yes. Also, for your dodge roll, for some reason they decided that should be used as a traversal mechanic, and they do a lot of these tunnels that you go through, but the tunnels are slightly too long for a dodge roll. So you dodge roll twice inside the tunnel automatically, and it feels really slow and bad, and I don't know why they did it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like, maybe this should have been a slide or something, guys. This is really janky looking and slow.
Sounds great.
But I want to believe they're going to keep enhancing this. They're already this Friday's patch is supposed to fix one of the issues I didn't even bring up yet, which is they programmed in a way to skip cutscenes that you'll see repeatedly, like the one you go back to when you die, when you reawaken, you can skip that, but you have to hold the B button basically as long as it takes to play the cutscene. So they're fixing that this Friday.
Well, that's good. You kind of want maybe you don't want it to detonate the second you push the button, but maybe not have it hold so long that it's the entire length of the cutscene you're going to see most of the game.
Mm-hmm. So,
Jesus. Okay.
Hopefully they're already getting feedback, and hopefully they can turn this game around. I'd love to see this be a good game. There's lots of cool mechanics, really great art style. This thing also runs well. It seems like it mostly lost 60. For some reason, when I put it to my TV, it seems to have a stuttering problem. Like, it's not...
Whoa, your PC is PC gaming?
I know, right?
Fucking whoa.
But yeah, I feel like confident when this goes to console, it'll be fine.
Yeah, because you're running a 1060, like GPU.
Yeah, it's not super high up there.
No, that's 2 generations old now, and it's mid-tier.
Right.
It's about as strong as a 970 for anyone with one of those GPUs. So, it could run well on like PS4.
Yeah, so hopefully that goes well.
Hopefully that Switch version runs all right.
Right, hopefully.
I don't know.
I didn't try knocking down the graphics and seeing how it looked, because the starting graphics it has are really nice looking. But I did not take it to the lowest to check.
Okay, were there settings higher than this default?
I don't think so. I think it just starts you at the highest.
Okay. All right.
I also played Gatsu Fuma Den Original because that came with this, was my early access purchase.
So I actually didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah?
Did they announce that it came with?
I think they announced it. I think that was talked about, but they didn't. It was kind of just like it's a free pack-in right now with that, and it's going to be like in the deluxe version they release after the game's out.
Oh, that makes what you're about to tell them insane.
Yes. So this conversion is done by M2. It seems like it runs okay. They didn't translate any of it.
Yeah, that's insane. That game can't have very much text.
Oh no, it has a decent chunk.
Yeah, this is actually like an exploration RPG. Almost.
It's a very important game to be able to read shit.
Yeah.
It's not like Castlevania. You have multiple different things you talk to, certain messages and things. The dungeon exploring where there are messages and text.
What is wrong with Konami?
I don't know, but man, they better translate that before the deluxe version.
Yeah, it seems insane.
Yeah, I have to assume that it'll happen. I have to assume it'll happen at some point before this thing is officially released.
I hope. I really don't know, though. This is an insane thing where it's like, it seems like it's just already done by M2. Like, I don't know if they're going to go back and do anything. They fully scanned in the original manual, which looks really nice. I have like high-res art of it. Looks great.
Cool.
It's not translated.
God. Well, I mean, given the other things M2 has done stuff like this too, maybe it will be.
Maybe.
God, it better be.
There's other parts that do make me think maybe they'll work on this more. You have a button to switch screen modes. You don't have a menu to do it. You hit R2.
Uh-huh.
And it goes like, okay, this cycles between regular pixel perfect output, 4:3 output, widescreen, scan lines, soft. It's like, this is so bad.
It is just a linear cycle.
Just a cycle.
One way.
Uh-huh.
You just keep smashing that button until you get the correct video mode. Hope you don't push it on accident.
You also can't, like, if your Psycho wants scan lines, you can only have that in their scan line mode. So you can't have that on pixel perfect or on widescreen.
What?
Yeah, it's like 4:3 scan lines. That's how it is.
Sure.
I dropped my controller. I'm on Super Eagle mode now.
Yes. That's there. Let me see. Do I have a picture of that?
No.
Okay. I don't need the picture. It's fine.
Thank you, God.
Very getting big Grandia vibes.
Yeah. So this is weird. I only played a tiny bit of it because I was like, this is insane. I need to stop.
Yeah, we had. I mean, didn't we have a translation patch for the Castlemania
yes, we
years
had a
ago?
Translation patch for that thing done by a fan.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
It was a rough translation, to be sure, but
it was
at least there.
They need to make this translated because this would be a great way to play it. I'd love to be able to suggest buying this to play this even because that's a cool game.
It's a really cool game. We enjoyed it immensely. For the first time we ever played it was for that Castlemania video years ago.
Okay, let me see what else I played. Let's see. I finished the Lubu campaign in that Dynasty Warriors Extreme Legend Complete Edition.
Okay, cool.
Ooh. It's a little weird. I was going through the historical version of it because there's always two paths in these for 8.
Okay.
There's the historical and the fictional take on the story. So I was playing the historical one, and at some random point, Lubu's daughter just shows up and is like, "Hey, I'm here now. I'm fighting in the war too, Dad."
Oh, cool.
And I thought there'd be more explanation to that, but there really isn't. And then I went to the fictional mode, and she's not there at all.
Fictionally, she doesn't exist.
Which is really funny, because they even had to make up her name, because she's a historical figure, but she was not named in those, in the writings.
Huh.
Which is really strange.
Okay.
But yeah, the fictional version is like, oh yeah, Diao-chan comes back and Lubu's daughter's not there. Which is super strange because I was reading other interview stuff and it's like, yeah, we had to really write around how she dealt with Diao-chan leaving and all of this, and it's like that wasn't in the game. She doesn't meet her in the game. Cause I have no idea what's up with this. Maybe it's in some other game, but I have no idea what one, because 9 doesn't actually do anything. 9's just bad. I don't think it has any actual story for these characters.
I don't think so.
And then the only other option is maybe it's in one of the Warrior Orochi games, which is insane.
Yeah, all those are nuts.
And the only other thing I did, I played a little bit of the Genshin Impact new minigame, which is like a hide and seek mode.
Yeah.
Which
Are you serious?
I'd heard from various people online. I believe Phil and
Yeah, I don't like it.
Voxandra are both like, oh yeah, I dropped this immediately. I'm not even playing this for points. I don't know. I've been knocking it out. It was like every round I get enough for 30 more points. So
Embrace your inner child, feel.
Casey, you don't even know what it is, so why don't you shut up?
Man, you're so mad.
I'm just imagining the most low rent thing because, I saw you play all that Gatsu Fuma Den. I have no idea what this looks like, and I just imagine this is a peg below Where's Waldo on the NES. Like,
if I had gotten like the person seeking at any point in the first 3 attempts, I might have a little bit of a different opinion. But I got hide 3 times in a row, and that's like just stare at the screen for almost 3 minutes.
yeah,
Well, you didn't give it a full assessment. You only played one half.
playing as the seeker is actually worse. I feel because then.
I actually enjoy staring at paint drying.
Yeah, you just put it. You hide in a tree. No one finds you, so you go do something on your computer for 3 minutes,
Yeah,
and then you come back and have points. I don't get the problem.
I'm like Bob's just browsing Twitter while fucking playing the game. Oh, Genshin Impact has hit its ultimate level for Bob. This is its final form.
The one time I did get to play as the guy who searches for people. It glitched out, and one of the people I was searching for, I caught them, and then they kept running, so I kept chasing them. But I think they were supposed to be in the mode where they're a ghost, and I'm not supposed to be able to see them. So I wasted my entire time after one dude who I could see, but wasn't real.
Okay.
That's how my week spent.
Okay, cool. I watched Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight. Everyone goes, oh man, Dan's gonna hit the part where there's twincest, and that'll be the part he hates. And I'm like, yeah, that's why it's not good. Let me tell you why it's bad. Halfway through this 12 episode series, they just decided to stop being a comedy anime even. Mostly make, Bob, you would agree, it was like one joke an episode from then on.
Probably. Maybe. If you could even consider it that.
And when they tried to do comedy, it's like, yeah, your sister is kidnapped, so like this doesn't really land anymore. Also, you're still thirsty. I thought separating you two would prevent you from being as twincesty, but that didn't slow anything down there. This is genuinely terrible and somehow a little bit worse than Sign, which is really unfortunate. The manga, as I recall, pretty good. I ordered the omnibus on what was it, from Right Stuff for $2
Yes.
on a clearance sale. So I'm gonna read that to make sure that Kid Me didn't just have terrible taste in manga and everyone else on the internet who's agreeing with me is just wrong. So I'll find that out sometime soon. But oh boy. In other Dot Hack news, I found out they have novelizations of those 4 fucking PS2 Quartet games. Like the 4 fucking RPGs that are all coming out 10 seconds after each other.
Yes.
I was like,
series, yeah.
I was like, 200 pages? Yeah, I'd rather read 200 pages than play a 40-hour RPG. I think I could do that. So I ordered a couple of those for $2 each as well.
God fucking damn it.
I'm gonna get all the lore and none of the grinding it out. Because I'm not brave like Giluria. Gil's way braver than me. He streamed that shit last year.
Looking it up and seeing that that dude who looks like Tsukasa just has the same voice actor as Tsukasa.
What?
Really, really, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck, really?
Yeah, that also is the thing, and it's really fucked up.
That's really funny. See, you don't get that
Also,
from a book.
you buying a novelization of those games has the same energy as when I asked for the original Spider-Man movie on DVD. The Sam Raimi one.
Uh-huh.
My parents are like, we can't afford that. Here's the novel.
Okay, no, that's insane.
And I'm like,
Here's the
what
novel?
do you... Yes. They do that for a lot of movies.
Yeah, I remember I got the novels for the Star Wars movies back in the day.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
It's so insane to get that instead of the movie.
No, it's like,
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
and then it's kind of fucking hilarious as you yell sleep. This is a weird book.
Finish it in bold.
And finishes the whole page.
You're the one who's out, Gabi. Out of your mind, Spider-Man said.
God, that'd be good. I'm open up to you, audience, and you need to not, make me regret this. I bought 9 different dot hack things for $2 each on that clearance sale.
Come on.
Dan's going full dot hack. He needs to get the whole experience,
I'm gonna
I
have
guess.
comprehensive knowledge
not
of this
full,
thing.
not full dot hack because he won't play any of the games.
No, I just won't play those specific 4 PS2 RPGs. I might give the PSP game a chance, but holy shit, if you thought the PS2 RPGs were low rent, let me tell you about Dot Hack Link on the PSP. Everything is the budget dimension. The environment is just a skybox mist texture.
I'm
Everything's
fairly certain that didn't even make it here.
It got a translation patch from fans, but yeah, you're right. It never came over. It's so low rent. And what was it, Bob? You were saying the main character design looks like
He looks like a Digimon protagonist.
Okay,
He does. He does.
Okay.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I don't hate it though. I don't hate the design. I hate how the game takes place in nothing but the budget dimension. That's really depressing. I was like, the PS2 RPGs, that's not a high bar. Then I see the gameplay and I go, oh.
Yeah, it's the goggles. The goggles instantly make you a Digimon protagonist.
Tragically,
Yeah.
fatally did.
Also,
exact
he
same
has
haircut
fucking
as
Ty's
Ty.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has Ty's hair, exactly.
Oh my god, the art looks really weird because the hair under his goggles looks like a different hairstyle, and then out the top of it is Ty's hair.
He has enough hair for 2 hairstyles.
Yes.
You know what? I can already tell this is the budget and the we give up dimension for this game because it just has every other character from all the old ones.
Yeah, it's recycling a ton.
Because when they made GU, it's like, here are all these characters. Oh, here's that character from the old game, but it's real fucking weird. Here it's just all the old characters. There they are. I think we might have one new guy in the back with the yellow shades.
Legend of the Twilight does this really great thing where they're like, here's the Crimson Knight. He's really cool. He's gonna die this episode.
God, that is messed up.
He lasted 4 minutes.
Yeah, what the heck? Why bring him back?
So he's the guy from Spy
Yeah,
Kids
that's
3D.
exactly where I was going to go.
Yeah, he has a little bit of that energy. I remembered Casey saying I really dislike it when you make a new thing, and in order to prove how badass the new villain is, you have them kill an old character. And I'm like, yeah, that's all I can think about right now because this guy sucks. No one likes him anyways, but then you killed him to supposedly impress me.
Right? It's like, man.
Are you impressed?
No, he's that guy.
Oh,
He
okay.
sucks. He's just a simp. His whole character is that he's a simp for Lady Subaru and takes the world way too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine someone speaking in old English and trying to be proper and shit. That's this character that they thought it would impress me if he came back and got owned immediately. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
It's even more insane. It's like, this is 4 years later, and he's still lusting after Subaru in this world, even though she's left, apparently.
it's so depressing.
It is.
That was my dot hack minute for the week. Hope you all enjoyed it. KZ, what have you been playing?
I watched an episode of Seinfeld.
Okay. How was it?
Jerry went, That
Yes.
was the episode of Seinfeld.
His iconic sound.
But yeah, aside from that, I played Resident Evil Remake on stream. I did that in one sitting. I was pretty bad at it, but I beat it. So I guess that was okay.
Resident Evil Remake's a little tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tough. There's just some moments where you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, and then I think it was Di in chat saying, no, it's fine. Just go into every room and make sure that none of them are red anymore, and eventually you'll find out what to do.
Yeah, you go through this dead mall and probe every wall with your fingers until you find the hole that opens up the secret door. That's the feeling that the last couple hours of that game had for me.
Yeah, it was weird because in the first, I would say, third of that game, you're supposed to get 4 masks to make a coffin fall down. And I got the 4th one, and Di said, yeah, that's usually people's first one. So my order was fucked up. I hit up a room and then just didn't go back in it because it was scary. Because this is an old Resident Evil where they don't actually give a shit, where you'll just hit a button on a random puzzle room and then it'll just kill you.
Oh yeah, yeah. The gas started releasing.
Yes.
Yes.
Gosh. But yeah, so you'll have that. I went through it. It was fun though. I don't have too much to say on it. It's that game everybody does.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I think the farther we go along in time, the fewer people know.
Yeah.
Especially like I feel like Resident Evil 1 might be one of the less known ones now, just because 2 is like the huge one.
Yeah, I think.
So 1 goes in that pit with 0 and stuff.
I was gonna say 0, 3, Code Veronica, and 1 are the least played entries in the series for sure. I think 1 might be the most popular of those, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially since we're talking about the GameCube remake.
Right.
Yeah.
Which adds the Crimson Heads.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know. My chat had to immediately tell me what your opinion on the Crimson Heads were, as if I gave a shit. It was very weird.
Looking forward to them remaking RE1 again in 2 or 3 years.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Unless it's first person.
I'm not being snide. Like, do it.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
I want to see current Chris in that setting. I feel like he's so far removed now. We need real Chris back there.
Yeah,
He can't fit through the door.
We tried to de-age this Chris from 8, and we just got a fridge.
Yeah, it'd just be like RE5 Chris, but more clean shaven. So he's like punching the tyrant in the stomach.
It just looks like that Mortal Kombat Annihilation scene with Jax punching the weird demon.
Yeah.
Just that CGI fucking dragon. Oh my god. Did you play anything else, KZ?
Yeah, I played new Pokemon Snap.
Oh, okay, cool. How was it?
I finally had a gap in time where releases stopped that I didn't have to make spoiler casts on, so I could devote some time to it. Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted for a new Pokemon Snap. You know, a bigger version of that game. Looks great. Like visually, it looks real nice. It has voice acting, but it has a Nintendo level of voice acting where you'll hit a cutscene. This cutscene is 6 seconds long. A character said half a sentence. Don't really know why they made this cutscene, but they did. And I'm like, all right, I guess we faded into one of these. You're a part of a research team with a professor specifically for taking pictures of Pokemon. You have like a little badge they give you and everything. More characters show up. 45 minutes into the game, fucking Todd shows up. He's like, hey, what's up? It's me, Todd Snap. You may remember me from the last one.
I'm not dead, actually.
He's not dead. There's some dumb, stupid little kid who thinks you're shit, and he's like, stay away from Todd Snap. He rules.
That's weird. Okay.
Yes. Because he's the Chad now. He's a bit more experienced. But it's the same format as OG Pokemon Snap. So it's this arcade-like experience. You're on rails in your little car, and you're taking pictures of Pokemon. You're trying to interact with them in some way. As you play, you'll unlock different stuff like apples that you can throw to make the Pokemon come over and eat it. Or you hit them in the head with it, which can lead to interactions. They've, I don't know if I've just not found it yet, but they don't have the pester ball that used to be in the other game. That was usually just meant to annoy or get Pokemon's attention. They've replaced it with a glowing ball that I think is called Illumina, because the plot of this is that sometimes Pokemon glow.
Wow.
It is a phenomenon. There are flowers that also glow, and they make Pokemon glow. And if you take a picture of it, I will make you a ball that makes them glow. and we'll make the dark, and that will make the flowers that are not glowing right now glow. And then they'll go, yo, that's glowing. And then they'll make you do one of the boss stages. I've gotten one of them. It's a giant glowing Meganium, and then it kind of walks around a little bit, and then you take pictures of it. And they're like, hey, it glowed.
In this new Pokemon Snap game, they took out the pest brawl. Now you have a gun.
It feels like it. You have the Poke-Flute has been replaced with just a random song that just plays out of the camera that you press with like R, and then it'll get their attention. And I think that's all the things that I've obtained in terms of like there's also a scan. So it's got like the Metroid Prime scan function. It'll like shoot like a wave that sometimes will make a Pokemon do something, but most of the time it'll just tell you points of interest. Like it'll tell me there's some ruins over there that that's something you may want to do something with. And overall, it's been fun. Like there was a moment where sometimes you'll scan and it's like, this is a hidden path. If you hit this, it'll force the track to move you to a different section. So it's like you'll go across this river instead of just straight across this like path. So you'll do stuff like that with it. It led me to a dam, and then I like threw an apple at it, and then a Bidoof came out of the top of the dam, and then it gave me and that was a rare Bidoof, because each Pokemon comes in 4 varieties ranked by stars. So depending on what wacky thing they're doing, denotes their value of 1 to 4 stars. And it's about you figuring out which ones are the good ones. Like I got a 3-star version of, I think it's the Skorupi. I think it's the little purple scorpion.
Yeah, you got it.
Looking. Yeah, I got the 3-star one because a Minior from Sun and Moon crashed and murdered it. It like came out of the sky and landed in an explosion. So I just took a picture of an explosion of sand, and they're like, this Skorupi's a 3-star. We'll give you 2,000 points for this one. I can't see it. I think it's dead, but we'll give you points for it. As you go, you're taking the pictures, you're turning them in. They all have point values. The best thing you can get is like a platinum rank if you get 4,000 points across a number of factors, like how big is it? Are there other Pokemon? Is it doing a funny pose? Is it dabbing? And all those fill up to be experience per stage. So it's like you've leveled up this zone daytime, so now you can do it again, and it's level 2, but the Pokemon are doing different things. So occasionally you'll see Pokemon out there that you're like, I can't do anything with you at all. In fact, you're just showing me your ass and even throwing things at you does nothing. And it's because they want you to level it up, and maybe they'll be doing something different when you go through it again to promote like replaying it and stuff. And then there's night versions that also do a different track, and there's a decent amount of levels. And yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just good. I'll stick with it probably in like a casual sense. I don't think I have the desire to like fill the photo decks, because that is a lot. Because that's 4 different versions of the same Pokemon, and there's like 280 Pokemon in this.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's pretty,
a lot.
It's pretty chunky. Yeah, it's pretty sizable. But I did get a bunch so far. Like I started getting levels fast too. What's up?
That means we have 280 models for Pokemon that are way better than we'll ever see in a real game.
Yeah, the Wailord's so good it made the frame rate tank. It was really good.
It was very powerful.
I saw a lot of.
So it's just like every Pokemon in the regular release.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I saw a bunch of people going, really sucks Nintendo couldn't optimize new Pokemon Snap, and I'm like, I played this. The frame rate dropped only once. It was that. What are you fucking talking about?
Have you played a game on the Switch?
No, the Switch
Like,
is
not
just as
Pokemon.
powerful as the PS5. I know, because it's on the market at the same time. The only reason my games don't run as well on this Switch as they do on that PS5 is because devs didn't try hard enough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm pre-ordering a Series S.
Yes, it became one of those things where someone's like, yeah, in my review, I experienced good stability, but when a Wailord appears, it explodes out of the water right in front of you. So it's very hard to get a good photo of that. All I get is like the teeth and like a wad of blue. The frame rate goes down, and people misconstrued that to the frame rate drops during every encounter in this entire game. It's
The
like,
professor's
no,
looking at it. The professor
literally just that.
How'd you get a photo of Doug Walker? Not even supposed to be here.
I got a photo of a tan growth where all you can see is its eyes and a tenth of its body, and they're like, "This is the best photo we've ever seen." You fucking nailed it, and I'm like, "What? How do you judge these?"
I forgot tan growth existed.
So did I. I was like, "What the fuck is this blue lump?" And then it turned around and had eyes, and I got scared. Like, what the fuck is? Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
It has a really good mix of all the gens, like as you're going through, where it's like, oh, there's a little bit of five. It feels like they try to stuff like 5 or 6 gens per map and just kind of mix it in pretty well. Yeah, it's enjoyable. I feel like just like the original, it'd be cool if there was some button that accelerated your machine faster.
No.
Which I heard you may get it in the late game. I have not encountered anything that makes it faster. So it's like if you specifically want something right at the end, you'll have to ride out the 3 minutes while you wait to go do that. But there's always a chance that your photo could be good, so you could get like you get a slightly more experience off of it. But yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's a solid $40 title that I did not pay $40 for. I instead paid $60 for it.
Oh.
It launched on the same day as Returnal. I feel like that day was like a specific holiday for we were going to price things a specific way. and people will buy it anyway. And I'm like, you're right, I did.
That's every single day for Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever release a game under 60 again.
Yeah, if they would have done that,
the
they
Wii
would
U
have.
was a different time.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they were gonna do that, they would have done it with any of the Wii U ports, and they haven't yet.
Yeah.
No, they raised the price actually.
Yeah, that remake of a Game Boy game that wasn't even that high end. The Pokemon Dungeon thing was 60.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is certainly more high end than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that definitely graphics wise is definitely not as impressive as Snap has been. But
I'm really impressed with how it looks. The presentation, like all the UI stuff, looks really sleek. They have like online features for like sharing your photos. It seems like, and you're like, you can put different frames and stuff so you can share it. And the fact that it has voice acting at all, I think, is surprising.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, that's neat.
Yeah, that is surprising, especially for a Nintendo for like a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even get voice acting and cutscenes that clearly need it in Pokemon games.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sword and Shield had that one infamous moment. So with the guy who's singing,
they'll even frame and pace cutscenes like there should be voice acting, but there still won't.
Yeah, that really was the weirdest part of Sword and Shield specifically.
Yeah, the opening, just like, what? Is my game broken?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're deaf now.
Yeah, sorry. Whoops. But yeah, there's not a lot of voice acting, though. I think we'll all end the game getting a collective 4 paragraphs, which makes all those cutscenes really funny. Where it's like, you hit another one, they don't let you hit retry because you're about to hit a story moment. And they're standing next to a map screen. They say 4 words. Then the professor says, on to the next place. And then it fades out and then just goes back to the standard model standing there with text and pre-canned 1-word dialogue. And I'm like, you use this for trailers, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm really glad Pokemon Snap's actually like back, and like a pretty solid effort all around. I was worried that they'd make this but not get why it was appealing at all.
Yeah.
There's that worry that's like, we brought back that thing that people really got into like 20 years ago or whatever, and we're gonna make it really bad. But it's like, no, this is the exact same game. All the items are basically the same with like maybe one exception.
We added online to Mario Party. Like that moment where it's like, yes, you did.
For 15 minigames.
But
You can just play these minigames. You want to just play the minigames, right? That's the reason you came in, not that board game.
no, I want the board.
Not that.
I want the
Now you can do that board game, and I'm like, thank you. I will wait for Super Mario Party 2, but thank you for adding
Thank
it
you
to the
for
old one.
fucking figuring it out. I'll see you on the Switch 2 for Super Mario Party 2.
Yeah, yeehaw, cowboy, pretty good.
Yes.
That's all the games I played. It was just those two.
Okay. Hey Bob,
What's up?
we need to cover this here.
Oh, what is it?
We played Harmony of Dissonance last Friday.
Oh
and,
God, we did.
Harmony of Dissonance, everyone ever remembers, the castle layout, it sucks, and that's why no one ever beats it. And I realized I've only beaten it twice in my entire life, and I haven't done it in almost 15 years. Holy shit.
Yeah, that castle is really, really bad.
I'm going to stop recommending Harmony of Dissonance to people without the qualifier. It's great to play for 3 hours and put down. Because holy shit.
No, it's what everybody wanted. It gets really open.
It's really open in the they don't even give you enough teleporters to travel between the two castles effectively.
No.
So you just find yourself running from the middle of the castle all the way to the northeastmost side, teleporting and then running back to the middle. It's so miserable.
Yeah, it's really rough.
Yeah, they really fucked that up. But the actual game feel and various mechanics ideas it has are really, really cool.
Yeah, it's a great boss rush mode whenever you finish it.
It's the best boss rush mode. I played that boss rush mode more than any other fucking Castlevania's boss rush mode. But you have to beat the game to get that boss rush mode.
Yep.
Oh man. I did not remember that game being that insanely rough to just go all the way through.
You got the best ending, though.
Yeah, I got the best ending. I got my Dracula bits. I got my bracelets. Juste definitely wearing some bracelets. They aren't rings.
No,
Not a
definitely not.
I saw
translation
that.
error.
All those cutscenes are so bad.
Yes.
That dialogue is impressively terrible.
Yeah, no, it's like not great, and it's clearly translated like trash. The all of Harmony of Dissonance's script screams of, I hid myself to repair myself.
Yeah.
Okay, Zero. Are you done repairing yourself?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. We also played RSR. RSR is still really great. Amazing music, fun shit. I already want to play through it again. But I thought I'd bring up Harmony of Dissonance because, oh man, that was a real, like, I woke up. Yeah, there's a reason I recommend Circle of the Moon more than Harmony of Dissonance. I knew most people wouldn't get through it. Now I know virtually no one will get through that. You have to be really committed to wanting to beat that game.
Yeah. I mean, it's just wandering at random, hoping you find the item.
It's like,
Also, even just like the individual rooms
yeah.
seem worse than other games where it's like there's a lot of walk all the way across the room, go down one floor, walk all the way back, go down one floor,
Yeah.
go all the way back the other way.
Yeah, that area that's in the center bottom of the castle is a lot of that. It's huge, long hallways that are unremarkable, with identical enemies in placements that aren't novel in any sort of way. It's really bizarre in that way. Harmony of Dissonance is... But RSR is real great, and honestly, I really enjoy Circle of the Moon. I think there's something there.
A bone.
Somebody needs to make a ROM hack so that way you could just push the direction and run automatically. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hey, Phil, what did you play?
Well, I played all of Mass Effect 1 and a little bit of Mass Effect 2.
I thought he was going to say all of Mass Effect. I was about to freak out. Like, what? It's been
It was
one
quick.
week.
Yeah, that would have been a lot, especially since I think 2 and 3 are longer than 1.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know if it'll turn out that way, but that's how it feels so far. I'll talk about this Mass Effect Legendary Collection. Mass Effect 1 at least looks like shit.
But I heard they fixed it.
The lighting is so bad. It makes like the combination of the lighting and the new HD textures makes everyone look like a corpse. Like there is one character where like he just looks like he has jaundice.
Would it have been better if they just didn't fix it up at all? Because in the lead up of whether they'd announce, you're like, they can't do it. You can't fix how that game looks. Well, apparently they tried.
I think it would have been fine if they had just left the lighting alone. Like they wanted to have like new fancy lighting and it looks really bad. And also is kind of buggy where like there's stuff where you're on a platform. On the underside of the platform is like a bright blue light and a lens flare is coming up through the platform.
Okay.
They fucked up like the light. I don't know how they did this, but they fucked up everybody's facial hair. Like if a character is supposed to have like gray hair, they'll have gray hair and then their facial hair will be bright solid white. Like their face is a fucking frosted mini wheat. There's also a character who's like dirty blonde and his facial hair is like bright yellow.
Hi, I'm the Naruto OC, just walked in.
They gave me a photo mode. I don't know why. Shooting in Mass Effect 1 still feels really bad. Mass Effect 1 still feels really, really bad in general. Like controlling it. Mass Effect 2 feels a lot better. Like it's stunning when I'm like, oh my god, movement feels entirely different now.
They're like, we played Gears 4.
By 7th gen standards, Mass Effect 2 feels pretty good. Mass Effect 1 is still fine. My opinion on it did not change at all. Where it's like, yeah, this is really rough, but it has its moments. Mass Effect 1 is very and this I'm sorry for Zoomers who won't understand what I'm about to say at all. Mass Effect 1 really has the energy of the Next Generation Season 2, where it's not as bad as Season 1, but it isn't actually good yet, but it has its moments.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
Most characters don't have very much personality and mostly exist to like tell you setting details, which adds to that. It's very dry. Everything's very dry and like almost academic. They didn't fix shit in this collection, by the way. They didn't change shit.
Oh.
Like a bug that I ran into in Mass Effect 1 when I played it way back in the day, still there.
They fixed the car.
No, they didn't. They didn't do shit to the car.
I heard they fixed the car and that there's a mode to play the bad car.
Nope. There is no setting for that at all. If they changed anything, it is imperceptible to me.
I heard that like 80 times. What the fuck?
I'm willing to bet they just lied. Like if they changed, I think the only thing they changed about the car is they made the cannon on the car, because it's like an armored vehicle. They made the cannon on the car no longer have to follow reality. Because it used to be really hard to like shoot downward at something unless you were on a slope aimed down, because it's a fucking cannon on a car. And now it seems like they just don't give a shit. Just fucking aim it wherever. But in terms of like the physics of the car, no, they didn't change shit. A lot of things they said they changed, they didn't actually change. Like they said they were removing butt shots, and I guess they meant for this specific character only. Because there has been a lot of cutscenes where ass is right in the middle of the camera.
Man, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
They didn't add any. They didn't add any quality of life stuff at all. Like there's two very specific things in Mass Effect 1 that I was like, surely they will fix one of these. They didn't fix either. Those being, Mass Effect 1 specifically has the Fallout 4 problem. Where your dialogue options are not actually what you'll say. It's like a very short phrase that sums it up. But sometimes
sarcastic. You should die.
Not that bad, but sometimes it's just like, no, I said the opposite of what I thought I was going to say when I selected that. I don't think Mass Effect 2 and 3 have that, which good, because you should have learned. I don't think Mass Effect 1 was 2007, so at least they have the excuse of, we came out before Deus Ex Human Revolution, which no game after that should have this problem, considering it does the same thing. It's like, but when you highlight it, we put the full line in a subtitle. so you can see what you're going to fucking say.
I thought that I heard that complaint about every one of the Mass Effect games.
Yeah,
back
I heard
in the day.
that complaint about all of them to the point where when ProZD started making videos, he still made jokes about that.
Maybe it just isn't as often a problem in 2 or 3.
Well, maybe it'll just crop up at the worst fucking time.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's also possible. The other is Mass Effect 1 doesn't put your side quests on like the galaxy map at all. So it'll be like, go to this planet in this system of this cluster. And you just have to remember that when you go into the map menu, because you can't even pull up like a list in the middle of the map.
Huh.
So I thought that at least would be fixed, but they didn't fix that either. The game is a lot better now just because it fucking loads a million times faster.
God, yeah. That helps.
It's really funny because a thing in Mass Effect 1 a lot, and I don't think it was in 2 or 3, was the elevators
Uh-huh.
that were really long load times, and they'd give you dialogue to make them so they're not mind numbing. Now you just have a button to skip the elevator ride like 1 second into it. It's like if you don't want to hear this shit, hit X and you will instantly be at your destination.
It's good they actually gave you that, because I remember that complaint. I could have sworn that was something else that was awesome in 2. But yeah, I heard that a lot.
A lot of stuff in Mass Effect 1 looks really bad. Like there's an enemy type that is a tripod with a gun on it, but they can fly. So it just looks like T-posing tripods flying at you. I didn't remember this at all, but Mass Effect 1 is like one of the most right-wing games I've ever played.
Yeah.
It was stunning, like how many scenes you have to be like a QAnon guy almost.
What? What? You're exaggerating.
So like at the start of the game, you go to a place, you're on trial on whether or not you can become a Spectre, which is a super cop, a cop with absolutely no oversight.
Yes.
That works for the Galactic government.
Correct.
Already a pretty right wing concept.
Do you get to join the division after that?
But another Spectre named Sarah.
Sheriffing the galaxy.
Yeah, you're the new sheriff in Galaxy.
We'll get to the sheriff in town because that comes up later.
Of course.
But so another Spectre named Saren, like kills the exam proctor, and is like the antagonist of the game. So and is working with these AI aliens that are machines from like outside the outer rim called the Gap.
Beep boop.
And
I've never heard of
You're
this
like
concept in sci-fi before.
your mentor character Keith David, not voiced by Keith David in Mass Effect Paragon Lost, instead voiced by Patrick Seitz doing a really bad impersonation of Keith David. He just instantly jumps to Saren must be working with them to genocide humanity. I'm like, can we do any looking into this before we jump to that?
No.
And you have to go to the Galactic Council, which by the way is the shittiest part of Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 has a really bad problem of you have to be opposed to authority, so they're just cartoonishly stupid and unreasonable.
Yeah, that's usually how those world councils work.
But like you have no choice but to sit there and go, Saren's corrupt. But you can't just say Saren was working with them. We need to look into this. It has to be he's gonna genocide humanity. You just sound like a fucking lunatic. And then somebody's like, "But Phil, there's a reason the characters jumped to that. It's in this book that came out 6 months before the game." And I say they should have put it in the game. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Yeah.
You don't get to tell me you should have read the book from before the first game, silly.
Why would I do
Like,
that? I
no.
don't even know if I'll like the game yet.
Yeah. Like, well, what the fuck's wrong with you?
It's bad enough between games. You can't do it before the first game. That's insane.
Like
Like
that's
there's
the
some
complaint
level of a sell for like a Halo book because it's like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe I played one of those games.
Also, that's like one of the things everybody hates about Halo 4, right? Where it's just like
Yeah.
there's tons of book lore that we assume you know already.
We introduce the villain through the book, and then the game just kind of brushes over it a bit.
But at least I have some chance of maybe picking up a book on an established franchise.
It's really fucking stupid in Mass Effect because like the villain appears in a hologram to defend himself, and he has a giant evil-looking cyber arm.
That's cool.
that looks exactly like the evil machine race he's working with, and just kind of like blows you off. But yeah, like Mass Effect 1's fine. It has some insane things, like a choice where you have to either let the terrorist leader go or sacrifice some hostages he has. And if you sacrifice the hostages, once the cutscene's over, and the fight is over, you can just walk into the nearest room and see all their charred corpses. I'm like, why'd you let me do this? Why'd you let me walk into this blasted room and look at their blackened corpses?
So you feel bad.
Really good music. Mass Effect, like, legitimately has pretty incredible music. At least some of the tracks. Don't have anything else to say about the music. But Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 2 is like, in my opinion, one of the games that like defined 7th gen.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way, yeah.
It feels a lot better. It looks a lot better. There's visible upgrades to the way everything looks, which I didn't expect, like, going back to it. Mass Effect 2 has one of the stupidest, like, BioWare thinks this is gray morality things ever. Which is,
What, so Shepard's a racist now?
Yes! Yes, KZ!
Shut the
Fuck up!
So in Mass Effect 1, there is a terrorist organization named Cerberus. Cerberus is a human supremacy terrorist group. And with it's very obvious that human equals America.
Mm-hmm.
You're working with them all of Mass Effect 2. And you can literally be like, aren't you guys fucking racist terrorists? And they go, we're not anti-alien, we're pro-human. And I start convulsing in my chair. Someone at BioWare is self-aware though, because like one of the first emails you get in the game, you have like an in-game like inbox is like, oh, we sent you the Cerberus covert ops hood. Because some people like to wear it so they don't know who they are when they're working for Cerberus. And I'm just losing it reading this email about your covert ops hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it pointed?
No, it is not. It's like a sci-fi mask. I forgot that Mass Effect 2 like blows smoke up the player's ass maybe more than any game I've ever played. Like they really want you to feel like Space Commander Gigacock.
Ooh.
Mass Effect 2 introduces these things called interrupts, which I'm surprised that no other game has like stolen. Where it's like during some scenes, you can press left trigger for Paragon, the good guy option, and right trigger for Renegade, and it's not like a choice between both. One will just appear sometimes, and others will just appear other times. To do like an action that'll interrupt the conversation. And the Paragon ones are fine. They're like neat, like hero things. The Renegade ones are all really funny because they're like action hero bits. and if you do all of those, the character of Shepard becomes almost like Duke Nukem-esque. Because there's one specific that always sticks out to me where like a scared civilian is holding a pistol to you and he's like, "Don't make me hurt you," and your Renegade your Renegade interrupt is you just punch him in the face.
Yes.
And then you go, "Don't worry, I didn't feel a thing." Yeah, and all of them have like a one-liner like that. Like the very first one, which I did on stream the other day, was a guy's like working on a gunship, and you're gonna have to fight that gunship. He's working to fix it. So you grab like an arc welder and go, "You're working too hard," and shove it in his back, and he goes up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, and my take is if they make Mass Effect 4, if Shepard is the protagonist of Mass Effect 4, they need to lean into this and make it more extreme. I think that would really work for the character.
Male Shepard is, I guess the protagonist of that one would be John St. John.
Yeah, they have to replace Mark Meer with John St. John.
If you do enough of those options, you always have a cigar with you.
No, that fits.
like Shepard Spawn sunglasses.
He's just wearing shades and smoking a cigar in their face. God,
Day one purchase.
Yeah, absolutely.
If,
Right.
if you already own these games, I would probably just play them on like, and you own a Series X or an Xbox One X, I would probably just play them on that because I think they're enhanced to 4K already.
Yeah, they're also on Game Pass.
Yeah, but you don't get the DLC on Game Pass, and DLC is fucking expensive.
I thought the whole thing is that they weren't on Game Pass and that they were on the EA thing.
Yeah, but the EA thing on Game Pass through
now.
Ultimate now.
I thought IGN wrote a whole article about how they were upset that it wasn't on Game Pass normal.
Yeah, but if you have normal Game Pass, I think you have to have Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I forgot that was rolled into only Game Pass Ultimate because that seems like an insane difference.
Delineation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ultimate's whole thing was to get the PC. Now it's also that, I guess.
Well, they needed to give people Game Pass Ultimate because Game Pass Ultimate is a really poorly thought out thing where it's like you get Game Pass for console and PC and it's Xbox Live too, I think.
Yeah, I think it's all together, yeah.
And it's like most people only need at most 2 of those 3. So I guess they had to like roll other things so normal people would get Game Pass Ultimate.
Got to get that upsell.
Yep.
Got to biggie size that Game Pass.
Yeah, biggie size it. Stuff's leaving.
But I mean, since the roughest game in the series is like, yeah, this is pretty acceptable core.
Acceptable core.
I love acceptable core.
I mean, like I can recommend somebody buy this collection. Like even the lighting seems fixed in Mass Effect 2, so it feels like they just didn't give a shit about 1 at all.
Yeah, every review I saw said, here are our impressions. We played it for a couple days because they sent reviews out like 2 days prior. They're like, man, they improved a lot of stuff because they just played the 360 version and jumped to it. But they hit Mass Effect 2 and went, they changed nothing.
I don't even know how much they changed in 1 beyond just the lighting and stuff because I could not find any meaningful difference. They changed some characters' models, presumably to not have to have, like they changed their models in 1 to the model in 3. I guess to not have the model in 1 there, or because it looks worse. I don't know. They also changed the UI to the UI from from 2 and 3.
That's weird.
But yeah, I'll probably talk about Mass Effect more next week. But that's all I played so far.
Oh, okay. Hey, KZ.
What?
Here's a picture of .hack Elcor. Also, we need to talk about the Podlord.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. It's that .hack thing that I won't include in the video.
Why would you? Because we're talking about the Podlords. Podlords such as E. Lee Broyles, Corey Brown, Sittin' Raccoonus Mess, Red Blaze 27, Sussy Baka Juice Frost, Suzushiro, Emperor Zero. Shibuya Gato is almost at peak immunity thanks to the vaccine. Keep wearing masks though, please.
Don't swallow your mask. That won't help.
Mass Vexations, the fanfic where Garrus fucks Madison Heavy Rain and there is a Tyrion Ethan Mars.
Stop talking about Max Vexation.
What?
Stop
what?
it. Stop it.
It's a thing?
It's a fanfic and somebody read it on stream, so now that has to be brought up forever.
Rado. 101 Shades of Wonderful Remastered Luna Edition. God, that's good. Money.
Hey!
It's the money! Must be the money!
At the bottom! He's at the bottom.
WTF Spider-Man. Matty Moe. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite podcast on the Citadel.
Excited to get to that soon.
God, he looks so
Face
horrifying.
look like that. Yeah, why does his face look like that?
Oh, he's about to fuck. Expression before he fucks in one of the sex scenes.
Modern Mage. I wish all my fellow Final Fantasy XIV players who are switching to male Viera a very happy Twinks giving. DFW 3K. Muck Bun. Birthday Boy Finn and his new bow tie. Still cutie. Santi Kunai. Kristen. Devil Summoner Raido Kuzunoha versus Digital Devil Saga. Switch Edition. I need a new key for my gamer keyboard because the key keeps sticking. Hence my profile picture for the... It's Adam, and he's offering snacks, cheerwine, feel-good co-op games like Dragon's Crown, and reassurance that everything will be okay. The hit single Photograph by Nickelberry.
Nickelberry. Oh, no.
Look at this Podlord.
I don't like it. Normal Tonberry hand.
It's green. It's not normal at all, Casey.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me doink.
Yeah, if the Joker saw that hand, he would say it's perfectly normal.
I gotta go.
Kyle Bjork. Voltic.exe. Apple Gothic is now based and Yatagarasu pilled. Zilter. Hopefully not the only unironic Kim Kitsuragi stand. Oh god, I forgot to change my name for like a month.
I don't remember who it is.
Chase Ray had a religious experience booting up Mass Effect 2 after so long. Blig da blue. Schlig das boo. Couldn't think of anything creative, so here is an AI portrait of Dan post Eric's wedding.
Oh,
Okay.
you look beautiful.
My workplace gave me an electric kettle for my hard work. Rest in peace to a true artist. He'll live on forever through his work and all the work inspired by it.
Rest in peace, dude.
That's rough.
Modern culture would be completely different without you.
Yes, now to decide whether I like Cheerwine or Hop Tea more. Hop
What's
Tea.
hop?
Wait, I don't know what hop tea is.
Hop tea ain't
hop-
real.
I'm trying to
Oh, it's literally just like tea brewed with hops, like
Yes.
beer.
Yes,
Huh.
I've never had it.
I do like hop, so maybe.
Maybe?
I jump.
Are you rocking with him? The baby duck still.
Yeah, of course I am. Absolutely, 100%.
Cooper Tank. Dan, using landmines are not true strength.
Okay, Bob. Thank you for the $50.
Those are for fishing. That's how it works.
I'm going to become the Jaeger or something. I don't know. I never watched Code Geass.
Oh, I get it. The Death Note joke.
Yeah. I love Gundam jokes.
Jack Frost here, ho, telling you all to he come a podlord on the Giho He podcast, ho.
Is that
If I
Quan Chi
if I
in the
didn't-
background?
Yes.
yeah, he also the Jack Frost also has a cigar.
And Cheerwine.
It's like the Quan Chi's are making him the skull shield.
So the Mega Man 4 Skull Shield. yeah.
Arise myself in my shadow, but it's just Quan Chi head.
Oh man, that's a great mod idea.
I tried to do the Patreon bit like Jack Frost if I didn't think it'd kill me.
Yeah. Zavik. Oh my god.
Cool.
Listen, my daughters, you have to bring me the Man-Thing's toes.
Oh no!
Indigo Sykes. Catching up on BTD, currently on 96 out of 121. I'll get you, bitches. He has been editing more and more hands holding guns into this image.
Great.
We'll see you next week.
Oh, we're fucked. They're like 26 away.
I know, right? Ominous music plays. Castle Thunder. Landlord Weird. Gentlemen, behold. Pointing at the screen with Bandy on it. This cat may not have... And it just ends. It just ends. What a
Did I black
Character
out?
limit, my friend.
Yes. I'm sorry.
P. Jenny. Riamu Enthusiast.
Where?
BN12. Evil Lucario. Being catastrophically thirsty for Lady Dimitrescu, but like in a woke way.
God.
Fuck that guy.
I can't decide which one's worse. What's the worst Demetres Podlord, right?
And a very small raccoon. Thank you very much. to our podlords.
Thanks, Podlord.
Please, thank you, Podlords. Please put a seatbelt on that raccoon. He's very small. He needs protection.
Thank you very much, Pod Things.
I hope that raccoon's
put it-
okay.
I don't know. Put it in the cup holder and close the thing, but allow
Yeah.
a little bit open for the air. But I feel like you can't get a belt on that.
Keep him in the glove compartment.
Yes.
It's gonna eat your fucking license and registration.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Damn. Anyway, if you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to many benefits, such as early access to Chugging Bleach and Mondo Cool, our 2 anime review podcasts, Cursed Content Club commentary tracks, Cursed Content by Committee, our Patreon exclusive user-voted Cursed Content show, which also comes with a commentary track, and extended armchair dev pitches, where you get to hear our ideas for theoretical video games before we start to violate the Geneva Convention. That's patreon.com/gbpodcast.
I think this is going to be a pretty lean news segment. I'm going to bust through my news real quick.
Okay.
Allegedly, the RetroTink 5X Pro is showing up tomorrow. It looks pretty promising from all the reviews I've seen. It is a $300 retro video game upscaler, but it looks pretty promising. So keep an eye out on our streams and stuff. We'll see how it goes. Or you can watch someone else's review, and then I'll go, they were wrong.
Jesus.
You know, I've been waiting for that one for quite a while. Dan, I feel like you tricked me.
Yeah, what's up?
When you're like, I'll go through my news. You have nothing here. So I thought you were going to set up a funny bit where you don't say anything and just pregnant pause for 5 seconds.
That's also what I thought it was going to do.
Nope, pregnant pause jokes don't work. He does the reduce silence thing, so that doesn't work at all. It killed a joke last week, actually.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Sometimes when I know I want to include a pregnant pause, I would literally cut and move in the final version of the podcast.
That's important. We're going to move on, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Cover your last bit of news here, which is definitely the most important bit of news.
Definitely.
It is.
Overwatch 2 is switching from 6v6 competitive to 5v5. Changes the dynamics. Now they want it to be
one tank.
Yeah, 1 tank, 2 attackers, 2 support.
Did you see the stream for this?
I did not get to watch all of it. I want to.
They announced this, and they bring in their people, and they have a variety of people talking about it: developers, content creators, an Overwatch League member that they asked how they feel about it, who primarily only plays tanks, and he looked suicidal.
Oh my god!
Like his face just sold it as, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I mean, if you want to match in Overwatch, one of the best things you could do is choose tank and support.
Right, like that's what I typically do.
So
now they make it so tanks get half as many games.
Yeah, they've made it so if you like one specific role, you're now like, it's like the problem with dungeon queues in an MMO now.
It was already that if you wanted attacker because everybody wanted that. Now it's also that because tanks literally have half as many people.
Yeah, that's nuts.
He was really into it, Dan, as you can see from this photo.
Yeah, he seems enthralled.
Was he not
thrilled?
Was he not told what they were going to announce?
Because
oh my god,
definitely not told.
Why?
Blizzard is trending, and almost every other tweet is someone who just posted a picture of that or saying that this is a terrible idea.
Cool. I have no idea how this would possibly work out for the best, but I look forward to seeing it work out.
I don't know
anyway.
shit.
Yeah, I'm like, this is gonna turn it around. But who knows?
Yeah.
I'm just I don't know anything about Overwatch, but I'm just getting the same like Dragon Ball Z key signature as I got from WoW, where they just like, our idea of balance is just to leave it into the rock tumbler until it's down to nothing. Like it becomes mush.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I think I side with Bob of this may not even make it to the game launching.
I feel like this is really, really looks bad when, okay, the main guy just left. Now we're doing this. Like, the first thing you announce is this. It got everyone super angry.
Could you imagine this is why he left? That would be insane. There's no way that's the case, but Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Jesus.
Anyway, KZ, let's jump to this bit of news, your second one, just to get some bullets out of this gun.
Okay, The Last of Us Part 2 got a 60 FPS patch on PS5. I watched the video that showed it from Digital Foundry. It seems like it all works fine.
Cool. When's your
Okay,
next playthrough?
When's yours?
When yours is, motherfucker. Jesus.
It'll be the same thing as last time. You'll do yours, and then a day and a half later, I will make you sit in for mine.
I don't want to sit through that game 4 times.
I mean,
Then put down this gun, Dan.
That's not a fair
Yeah.
fucking trade.
I know it's not. I've never been a fair man.
Field, do your last bullet of news because we're just shooting bullets as fast as we
What
can
are you
for now.
doing?
No, this is fun. Go with it.
Yeah, I like it.
Microsoft's killing
scared.
Internet Explorer. I don't actually know the difference between Internet Explorer or Edge because I haven't used either in 14 years because why would I have?
I thought they're the same because they have the same logo. It's the E.
No, Edge is from the ground up a different thing.
You know
I'm
that
angry.
one
I'm
bit.
getting angry.
You know that one bit in Rick and Morty where Rick builds a robot to give him butter from across the table
No.
and tells it that it's so Rick builds a tiny robot to bring the butter from the other end of the table. And then it says, "Creator, what is my purpose?" And he says, "To bring me the butter from across the table." And the robot just somehow looks suicidal despite being a very simple robot. That's Edge in downloading Google Chrome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Firefox.
That's not true. If you have a tablet PC, you can draw on Edge. Why would you ever do this? Who fucking knows? But you can.
Jesus.
Someone fucking told me that fucking Firefox's logo is not based on a fox, it's based on a red panda.
What?
One
There
fox.
literally was a fox in it before.
Yeah, it's a fox.
Yeah, that's
like,
a
if they
fox.
just-
They said it's not based on a fox.
They're insane. They're insane. This is
the upper right of my browser right now, which is Firefox.
yeah. I'm staring
It's
at
literally
it. It's
a
a fucking
fox.
fox's face.
I don't know. I saw a tweet got 15,000 retweets saying that it was not based on a fox.
Yeah, that's 15,000 fucking stooges. Hey Bob, do this bullet of news that you stole from me.
You can take it if you want.
Oh, sure. Hell yes. Deep Silver. They're making a new free radical. They're going to develop a new Time Splitters. Thank fucking God. What an easy W. What an
Free Radical
easy
will have
fucking
people
win.
who originally founded it on it.
Yep.
Free Radical, also the makers of the 360 version of Warface.
Yep, they ported it. It's in 2014. It's like the 360 was dead and in the ground.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, this is really, really great news. I bought Homefront Revolution just for that HD version. This is gonna be great. I'm shocked. What was it? David Jaffe of all people was like, "Who cares?"
Really?
I was like, "What do you mean? Who cares?" And he's like, "No one cared during the PS2 area. Not really. Anyways, now even fewer people care." And I'm like, "No, this could very well be a successful reboot, easily.
Yeah.
It has a tone that translates well to modern era,
Right.
right?"
Yeah, you can't make a triple A Time Splitters, I don't think, and have it do especially well, but you can make like a double A Time Splitters and it'd do great.
I think you can make a AAA, honestly. Yeah, obviously, you can't spend Doom Eternal money on it.
Right.
Yeah, obviously. Like that's what I was thinking, like Doom Eternal, Sony.
You got to go below those. It's now an Assassin's Creed game. There are 100 missions. You go on.
But yeah, I think that
You
in the
excited?
climate that like Fortnite does really well, where it's a cartoony shooter.
Yes,
Like having a
exactly.
cartoony shooter is fun. Totally works.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially when it has a focus on comedy. Speaking of focus on comedy, let's focus on the most comedic fucking news bullet you have, Bob. The first one.
Oh, the Metal Slug Code J?
Yes, Metal Slug Code J.
Announced by
What?
SNK. It's a new Metal Slug game made by Timmy Studio, which makes Pokemon Unite, Call of Duty Mobile, and Arena of Valor.
So it's a mobile game.
Yeah, it's a mobile game. This is only a mobile, but
Pokemon
it's not out yet.
Pokemon Unite is the MOBA, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually disappointed that's not out yet. I was more interested in that than most of things like this.
But this looks like a Metal Slug game that has 3D graphics, still on 2D plane, but like Metroid style where you're exploring a large area.
Yeah, they show some shit that looks just straight up like Metal Slug 2, like opening of Metal Slug 2. And then it cuts to a giant map and him traversing. And I'm like, they're making a mobile Metroidvania at a Metal Slug. What the fuck's going on?
And I think that the graphics are all 3D, but they have a cool art style to them. I'm actually pretty excited for this. I hope it comes to something else. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. What's up?
I did the research. I checked over 10 articles throughout many years. It's red panda. That's what the Firefox is. It's red panda.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I know, it's making me angry. The fact that it is more than a tweet. It is just something that has happened over and over again for years. What's our next bit of news?
Silicon
that doesn't make any sense.
Red
Pandas don't have tails. Their whole logo used to be the fox with the tail wrapped around itself.
Oh,
I mean, it still is that.
Okay, so a red panda in America translates to Firefox.
In Chinese, it translates to Firefox.
Yeah, the Chinese translates it to English as Firefox.
Oh.
That's
Fuck you.
That's why it's that. Aren't you glad you learned something? What's our next piece of news, Bob?
Yeah, Bob. Do the next bullet.
Sure.
We'll do the SNK roundup.
Sure. As the Samurai Shodown announced their next character for the season pass, it's Shiro Amakusa, the boss of Samurai Shodown 1 and 4. He's very cool. He uses like an orb. And that means the only unannounced character left for this pass is the Guilty Gear crossover character. I'm sure they'll look great.
Potemkin.
I really hope it's like someone completely insane, like Anji, no. Baiken, no. Sin, which would still make sense on some level, no. It's like Potemkin or Ramlethal.
We need May. I'm sorry. I need to see her literally
that'd
murder
also
someone.
be funny. Like it's not like a cut in half. She just squashes them with the anchor.
Yes.
I also did some research. Bob, red pandas absolutely have a tail.
Oh my God.
I don't know where you're coming from with that.
Okay.
I was like,
To be honest, he said that, but I was too tired to even fight that part.
I didn't think they did.
I was just sitting here and I was like, there's no way one of my favorite fucking animals. It's like one of the cutest animals I found out about recent years. I'm like, there's no way I misremembered it having a tail. That's insane.
Well, it is a different kind of tail. Like, it's not bushy like a fox tail would be. But yes, they do apparently have tails.
Yes. We can confirm that.
It's a Firefox.
Hey, Bob, do the other SNK news.
Let's see where. Oh,
Second from the bottom.
KOF 15 show off new trailer. Had a Metal Slug stage. Looked great. Weird half frame rate characters in the background, but that's okay. It still is a really cool concept. Also, Clark and Ralph were there.
Cloud and Rolf.
Clarf and Narf.
I looked at these characters. They look so fucking boring.
What,
They're
Clark
classic.
and Rolf?
Yeah. I think this is the only appropriately named character called Ralph.
You talking about Clark and Rolf?
Yes.
What's wrong with Clark and Rolf? They're really great. They have guns?
They don't have guns in the game.
Oh.
They only have guns in their game.
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at that trailer and I'm like, this is the weakest one.
It's okay. Ralph punches really hard and Clark throws guys, and it's very funny.
Well, let's get the Amiibo news out. Go, Bob. This is the other thing I was going to write in my news.
You can take it if you want.
Sure, yeah. That fucking Zelda game. Skyward Sword's HD port to the fucking Switch is going to have a like something that functions basically like Furor's Fire or whatever that gets you to the sky level of the game. But it's tied to a fucking Amiibo.
A $25 Amiibo.
A $25 fast travel figure.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know
what the fuck they were thinking.
It's a $60 game already. Give us all the features at least, guys.
They
Come on.
added one quality of life feature and it included Amiibo for $85.
You know, it's been so long. I'm almost nostalgic for when Nintendo tries to fuck people with Amiibo. It's like, it's been so long since Samus Returns, where they're like, buy this Amiibo. We've tied a difficulty you cannot obtain anywhere else to this. We made it a separate mode, but only if you have this now rare Amiibo.
This is so psycho.
I actually
they're so deranged.
I didn't know that Metroid Amiibo did that. I just got it because I like that Metroid Amiibo.
Yeah,
it's fusion mode where it also makes Samus, I believe, look like they have the fusion suit as well in the game.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like that Amiibo is more hype than that game.
That's so true.
So why is this thing $25? I like, how big is this Amiibo going to be?
On it, not one.
It's got premium amounts of plastic.
That's insane. Because
it's got Zelda and a bird.
I think that the $25 one before this was the giant, like, Guardian one.
Yes. And that thing's huge.
that thing's huge.
But this has two things.
I did
does.
actually.
It looks.
I ordered it. I don't know if I'm gonna cancel the order.
The amount of people I've heard report on this news on YouTube that went, "This is fucked up. I bought it."
Yep.
I don't even know
God,
if I'm gonna buy the
Nintendo,
game.
you have it so good.
Oh, are you still not sure you're gonna get
I'm
the
not
game,
sure
Bob?
I'm getting the game just because I'm like.
So
$60.
wait, you tried to get the Joy-Con, couldn't get it.
Yeah.
You got the Amiibo, thinking about not getting it, but you're not getting the game.
Look.
That's really funny. Oh man.
putting Bob into the fucking squad car. They're gonna take him to the asylum.
Bob's like, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back, and you just hear clown shoes walking away.
Yes.
This is a little
man.
dire.
I really like the designs of stuff in Skyward Sword, but I don't know if I want to play the game again.
Got a cool bird.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to play through it.
How
at
did
some
they not
point.
make a Groose amiibo?
I don't know.
I wouldn't have bought that.
Well, I guess now you know.
Taste this rain.
Nintendo doesn't seem to like Groose very much. Like, I don't even think they like referenced him at any point in like Hyrule Warriors or anything.
That's unfortunate.
Bob,
Yeah.
next bit of news. Let's do the game that was announced.
Yeah, they announced this new game called Lies of P. It seems insane. This is a Pinocchio-inspired Dark Souls-like game.
Okay.
It's coming out for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
He has a robot arm.
Yeah, he has a robot arm, and your character is Pinocchio, I guess.
That's funny as hell. I didn't actually see anything about this.
You know, the whole thing
should
has
have called it P.O.
Yes.
this. A lot of people compare it to Bloodborne because it's that same sort of setting.
Okay.
God, what's that? Victorian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victorian.
So is this a 3D action game?
Allegedly. We didn't
Okay.
get to actually see the gameplay. We just see it.
Oh,
Basically, the
okay.
whole trailer is this old man carrying a chest through this
Yeah,
Victorian
Geppetto,
city.
presumably.
Yeah, presumably. There's like lots of dead dudes, and then he sets up his chest, and it has this very realistic human, but has a robot arm in it. So we'll see.
Rules.
I hope it's good at all. I don't know anything
I
else about
hope
it.
so.
I kind
I
of doubt
hope
it.
it's on
It's
your
a
goatee
it's a
list.
fucking long way away. It's 2 years away. So
Yeah, I assume this is gonna end up like the Surge or one of those other Dark Souls knockoffs. It's just bad, but at least it'll
I'm
have a cool
hoping
art
it feels
style.
better than the Surge.
Good luck with that.
Geppetto's my favorite JoJo's character. Anyways, Bob, get your last bullet of news.
This is my favorite news of the
Yeah.
week.
I'm taking this as a win for me.
Senran, Ninja, Tyson, Neptunia, Shoujo Tai no Kyoen. Okay, that was the full name.
You got pretty close. Yeah, okay. I'll
They're
count
adding a
it.
new character. It's a female version of Go the Crow from Shinobi-Do, Way of the Ninja.
This is the most
I'm-
incomprehensible piece of news I've ever seen in our document.
I am
for me.
taking this. I'm taking this as a win. I had Sinrin Kagura crossing over with Tenchu. Shinobi-Do is like
Yes.
filed off the serial numbers Tenchu.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm taking credit.
Yes,
Okay,
this
fair.
is-
That's fair.
This
I'll
is
allow it.
as close as it could have gotten, Feel.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job.
as close as it could have gotten.
Well, this is cool. I like Shinobi-Do too.
I'm surprised they didn't just choose one of the female ninjas from Shinobi-Do. They're like, no, we need Go, but make him a girl. It's like that extra layer of psychotic that makes it perfect for Senran.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of.
Let's talk about our other. Can we talk
Yeah.
about the other Sinrin Kagura?
Yeah,
related news?
absolutely.
So,
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Kenichiro Takaki, director and creator of Senran Kagura, is making a new fantasy game for Cygames. It's supposed to have multiplayer as some sort of major element. It's going to be fantasy. He said it will be an action game that is flashy and feels good to play. It's called Project Gam right now.
Oh, they got
and,
some
and,
jams over there.
and in between the time I wrote this, we got some characters, we got some artwork, and even presumably screenshots.
Ooh.
They aren't just fake.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's the main piece of art.
Cool.
Let
looks
me go
dope.
get the screenshots.
I love video games.
Yeah, video gam.
Video game.
Yeah, right here. All the character designs look very like witchy like that, kind of like all the stuff they showed. Like they showed a full version of some character designs. I do wonder what this game is going to be like. I saw somebody say, like, is this going to be like their like Cygames' version of Genshin Impact? Because I could buy that maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's possible.
There's the artwork.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow, these in-game screenshots look pretty cool too.
And here's the screenshots.
Oh shit. Yo, this looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Cygames has money. They'd be throwing money at this.
I wonder, like, if they just set him up with some new Step Studio or what? Because this guy left.
Yeah, well, he left. He left Spike Chunsoft, so like they must have set him up with a team. They got like a pretty big artist to do the character designs. I'm trying to remember who the composer is because it's also somebody important or like notable. Yeah, they got Shiro Sagisu who did the scores for Shin Godzilla and Shin Ultraman. Also they're doing a Gridman. They did the Trigger Gridman and the Trigger Dynazon.
That's an interesting.
Also Bleach. All of Bleach.
You know, I wouldn't have linked those before, but now I can kind of hear it.
God, the Bleach music's real good.
Yeah, I'm just looking Anime Works 2004 to Bleach 2004 to 2012.
God.
Huh.
Also apparently he worked on the Ava movies.
Who cares? Bleach.
Looks promising.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all there is to say about it right now. I am excited to see more about it.
Let's just blast through the rest of your news in reverse order.
Okay, Activision's financials came out about a week ago. They were like, we didn't make as much money as we thought because we didn't have as big a Call of Duty title and we didn't have Sekiro. Luckily, we had Tony Hawk 1+2 and Crash 4 to offset the revenue decreases. Then we executed both of them in the street.
Yep.
How are they like this?
Feels great.
How are they still like this? I thought they got better.
They will farm them out to smaller studios for this next one, and they'll be bad. We'll get Tony Hawk 6, and we will become the Joker.
Or they won't, and Kotick is just like, no, only Call of Duty matters. All matter. Call Duty.
Until we kill it, then we can move on.
And then we can move on.
You know, people have been saying that for 15 years. I don't think that killing part's happening.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, it'll take a massive feat to do it at this point.
And the last thing, lots of nasty things happening in Palestine right now. Big humanitarian crisis. IGN put up a page of links where you can help them, and even put the fucking Palestinian flag next to the IGN logo on every page.
Yes.
Then that went away. That went away first. It got replaced by a Red Cross, like the Red Cross logo. Then the page went away entirely. Then a CEO of Ziff Davis, not anybody at IGN, an executive of Ziff Davis, forced them to put up a really fucking horrible note about it. And basically most of IGN staff have rebelled and wrote like an open letter to the owners telling them to fuck off.
This was so pathetic to like see, because I saw the kickoff of it where there's a dude who works at GameSpot who just made a video talking about like maybe games media should talk about the Palestine thing and like show support if they believe in that. And then IGN almost immediately did their thing. And then IGN Israel makes a statement saying, we weren't aware they were going to do that. We're going to do everything we can to get taken out. They're a licensee. They're not even like
they're a
real
licensee.
IGN thing.
Anybody who said that those are connected, it's not. It's that Ziff Davis.
Yeah, they're not.
CEO, like Ziff Davis's high up people are shitheads.
Yeah, they get like back end stuff. But I thought that was funny. Then the actual higher ups forced that thing to happen. And really, there's like 60 or 70 names on the IGN employees medium article of just people going, no, our upper management did that. We're going to have a meeting with them soon to find out why they did it, and other things of just like, I don't know, maybe they'll start doing walkouts or something, because
maybe
it was I saw employees making tweets like, it's so great we had an opportunity to like do something like this and get the word out. Gets deleted. Then they all make posts of, here are places you can donate. We are clearly angry.
And then unrelated, Unrelated, Venmo blocks all transactions related to Palestine right now because for quote unquote security.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's fun to look into Ziff Davis, like the human being that the company was named after, and it's like, or Bill Ziff Senior. Bill Ziff Senior. It's like, wow, you were so crazy back in the 1930s. The British Foreign Office had you under monitoring.
Crazy. Jesus Christ. It's always those types, isn't it? Well, that's the end of field news. We should go to KZ Town. KZ Town, how's it going?
All right, small one first. Hades got rated for PS4 in Korea.
Oh, nice.
Which means I will soon be trapped. I mean, it shouldn't be that much of a problem because they did have like cross save stuff between Switch and PC, so I imagine they're just gonna get that working immediately.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you save on PS4 95% of the time,
Oh no!
you owe us $40 million.
You know, Dan, I wouldn't make that joke because there's a non-zero chance it'll come out that Sony has some kind of fucked up system like that.
I mean, that's why he's making the joke.
that is
You see, my brain just went for the natural thing that I've heard happens where, you know, you bring your stuff over and it's like it can never leave now. It's just you can't move this. It can come in and then the door closes. It's like that fucked up door of Resident Evil Remake where the doorknob breaks after like 3 uses.
And then it goes back into the PlayStation vault.
Oh man, I do love that PlayStation vault.
That's where the cell processor lives. Anyways.
This one made me lose my fucking mind.
Okay.
Mario Golf put up an overview trailer.
Yes.
Showing off a bunch of cool features. But the thing that matters the most, of the characters you play as, one of them is Charging fucking Chuck, the football player.
That's insane. It's so inspired.
And when he goes to hit the ball, he changes hands, picks up the ball, and throws it.
It's really good.
Okay, KZ, your bullet point. I was expecting something completely different. I expected they were doing some kind of insane tie-in with an actual athlete.
Yeah, that's what your bullet may sound like. So I was like, did I miss this?
I wrote it where it's like they're using a football player because they're deranged. Instead, I'm like, no, they're using a Charging Chuck because they're fucking deranged. And he's just picking up the ball and throwing it.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, this Mario Golf game looks immaculate.
It's gotta be the best one.
Has
It
King
looks
Babam
more
more play
high-
as.
Oh my god.
Yes.
He does. Yeah, he does. This is the highest ranked Mario sports game, I think, since the GameCube era.
Jesus Christ.
Kind of absurd.
Yeah.
Next, I'll go through this one fairly quickly. We had the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest, which they did digitally because, you know, the pandemic and all that.
Yeah.
They got to show the new trailer for Endwalker, the full CG trailer, which, you know, shows locations, tastes of the story, and like some other setup stuff. Announced it's coming out November 23rd, so a little bit later than they usually get those out, but that was because, you know, the pandemic and everything pushed a lot of their stuff back by a couple of months. They revealed the new job class, Reaper, where you basically just summon a demon from hell with you and start doing cool scythe combos, and then you transform into a super demon form and do even more damage. It looks cool as shit. The director of the game, Yoshi P, came out in full Reaper outfit like a Bloodborne hunter with a giant scythe.
That's so funny.
And it was cool as shit. Someone asked him to dance the same way the character did in the trailer, and he said, I can't do that. I'm 48 years old. And 20 minutes into the 2-hour keynote, he said, this was a bad idea. This is all really heavy. I'm getting really hot in this thing. And then the chat was just laughing the entire time. They finally announced that they will be adding a variant to the Viera. That's the bunny class, or the bunny race, so that you can have a male version of that. So you can be a male bunny twink instead of just a female bunny.
It's important.
I've never seen my timeline Bob move that fast before. Ever. It was a nuke. the sheer amount of twink energy that exploded over this. I'm like, they probably made $15 million just off this.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
It's all in.
They also said that they'd be adding later a female version of the Hrothgar. Is that what they're fucking called in 14?
Yeah, they're
The
like
Hrothgar, who are
big
basically the Ronso from Final
FF10.
Fantasy X.
Yeah, they're just like
Himari was.
big furry animals. They're like they're gonna, they're
They're
gonna make the female
I never
version of
realized it until like looking at them when 14 came out, but I guess they're supposed to be like the furry guy version of behemoths from Final Fantasy.
Huh. But are they
Like,
more like the
that's
ones that
always my
Legend that are
interpretation.
big and gray with lots of fur? Or is it a little bit more beast?
Yeah, they're big boys.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like big furry guys, and I'm like looking at like like the ones in 7 and 15 or whatever. Like
Yeah,
I can see that there's like a connection here because they have horns. in 10
Kamari's
at
race
least.
in 10, the Ronso were like not thick. They were like kind of like jacked human furries instead of giant refrigerators like these dudes.
Yeah, the Hrothgar are big, and they're also I would
Yeah.
say even furrier.
God, yeah. But yeah, they announced all that. Everything they showed looks fucking fantastic. Showed like tastes of all the different dungeons and stuff that they were showing off, and it looks like this might have more content in it than any other expansion before, which seems kind of absurd because they usually pack an absurd amount where it takes you like 40 hours just to, and that's if you're rushing just to get through it. And then they did a bunch of other stuff. They did like a concert and everything, which their concerts are great because the fucking lead on the localization team is in their band for concerts. So he's going nuts. And then at the end he has to translate and he's just out of breath because he just did an entire set of songs. And yeah, he's like, oh, hold on, give me a second, guys.
My understanding is like that there's such a strong connection between the localization team and the actual development team where it's like, yeah, the localization team brought in like Game of Thrones DVDs and that led to a dungeon that's like a Game of Thrones thing.
Yes. Like they're super tight over there. It's really great. They finished the concert. That's like the last thing they do at this Fan Fest thing. And the composer, Masayoshi Soken, said he wanted to talk about something personal and then revealed March, when the pandemic started, he got diagnosed with cancer and became hospitalized and begged Yoshi P, the director, please let me continue composing. And Yoshi P kept it secret from most of their staff. And while he was going through chemo, Soken composed stuff for some of the latest Shadowbringer stuff. That is some of the best songs in that game. Some of the most emotional songs in that game. The one to the Edge that people bring up, for some reason had a ticking clock in the background, and people are really going, "Oh God, this really hits different." But yeah, everything he did was absolutely amazing, and he is in remission and he's doing better now. He was able to perform and everything this year. Yoshi P had his back to the stage the entire time he was talking, and then when he had to switch over to him, he breaks down really hard on stage over it, apologizing to the staff that he had to keep a secret from, and he was just crying and saying it's so good that his best friend is finally back with him, because Yoshi P did a letter last year of a very close friend who also died from cancer, unfortunately. So this clearly hit him hard. Also the fact that the composer was the only one who believed in him when he was making A Realm Reborn. Like, everyone on staff had doubts, but Soken was the first one to be like, you can do this. You can actually make this you can save this game. So this affected him pretty hard, but that was probably the most raw and real thing I've seen from a gaming event ever.
Yeah.
There was just a genuine feeling of, it was just insane just watching that, and it just had me so excited to see them like really be successful with this next expansion, because it looks like they're doing their best work now, and it's genuinely incredible. But I wanted to highlight that because boy did they get Welcome Back Soken to trend.
Yeah.
Like people literally went, in one of in Costa del Sol, they have a version of that in 14, like one of the beach areas. There's a fate. Those are like random encounters that happen every like 45 minutes or something. and it's literally one where you fight cancer and it's a giant crab, and then people across every server were just beating up cancer, dedicating it to him, which was really great. Apparently, we just get a lot of community stuff like that, like all the people holding visuals for Miura right now by dressing up like Dark Knights and taking over every single city right now. That community is really cool with that. But yeah, that's some of the FanFest stuff. The new stuff looks great. But I did want to highlight some of that stuff. We got a couple biggie news. This one, we don't really know how this is going to turn out yet. But there's AT&T is selling off Warner Media to Discovery.
Yeah.
And then Discovery is going to merge with them. And this is going to fuck some of the WB Games studios. We don't know which ones. I imagine it's the ones that aren't the big ones, like, say, a NetherRealm or a Rocksteady.
The ones that are making a giant, like, Warner property games are probably not getting
Feel labeled
kicked out.
I think WB Boston. I'm like, what the fuck's a WB Boston?
They're the mobile slaves.
You're like, they made a fucking Arkham Asylum Underground or some shit, and I'm like,
Yeah, Arkham Underground. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Well, yeah, there's a bunch of WB game studios that aren't even big enough to like do Wikipedia pages, and I would assume that like they're going probably.
I mean, at least we all know that Suicide Squad game will neatly wrap up sometime soon, and they'll be in a good spot for the transition.
Yes,
that's the one that's the worst off out of the three big ones they have.
I don't know.
At least
Hogwarts might also be in a mess.
The other two at least have a target. Suicide Squad did not have one.
Unless we see something from them like in a month, I'm going to say that Monolith Productions, because they haven't shipped anything since 2017. We haven't even heard about them making something.
Yeah, it blew my mind that Shadow War was 2017. I thought that was like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I was freaking out. I was like, yeah, Days Gone, that came out last year. Wait, what? It didn't? Then why the fuck did they rush it to market in order to get out of the way of The Last of Us 2?
I know,
because they thought The Last of Us 2 was coming out a year early.
Yep. You're telling me that fucking it's been 4 years since the Shadow of War microtransaction goblin that rubs his hands whenever you're trying to buy loot boxes?
Yes.
God.
Yeah, I felt like that game was very long ago, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Well, my last piece of news, Jeff Keighley announced Summer Games Fest is kicking off Thursday, June 10th with a big showcase. It will have a performance by Weezer that they've specifically made for streamers so that you will not get DMCA claimed by having it on your stream.
Thank God.
They specifically touted that as the big feature for it.
I will accept Weezer as long as they do that.
This is killing me because I've seen way too many pictures of people just posting 4 people with Weezer.
Yeah, that's us.
Or just 4 coffins with Weezer.
I'm very excited for the 2021 remake of Pork and Beans, where they're going to have all new memes in the music video.
I'm going to kill
myself. My God, yes, they would totally do that. They would totally do that.
They have a lot of partners for this, including Sony. So that's exciting. Sony isn't doing E3, but their logo was on Summer Games Fest when they announced this. I mean, so they might show something.
I think they said there's going to be like 25 things here.
They're going to get Mark Cerny out to announce that he bought Kojima.
Oh, ooh.
They're going to have Cerny out here to announce Knack 3.
Oh, God, that would be so good.
And Dan will be like, no, it's going to be good, but you're killing it by giving it the name of Knack.
Yes, don't do that.
It has the mark of the beast.
Somehow the PS5 really is this weird paradigm shift for everything, and this Knack sells 15 million.
Could you imagine?
Jesus.
Dude, shit, what's the name of the guy who played Hellboy? You get him to play Knack.
That's kind of what they were going for, yeah.
Ron Perlman?
Yeah, you get a facial capture performance of Ron Perlman doing mocap and shit for Knack.
For 3 seconds, my brain went, is he talking about the 2020 Hellboy film?
No,
I'm like, no
one's ever
Never once.
It never once has
now, so you get Ron Perlman to be Knack, and then is like the fucking clutch cargo guy. I cannot remember the actual character from Johnny Quest.
I know
Who's
who
like
you're
the
talking
strongman character. They get Patrick Warburton for him now.
about. That'd be
Patrick
so good.
Warburton's great in everything.
Yes.
Get his son, who also sounds like Patrick Warburton, who was in Final Fantasy VII Remake, as a guard.
Oh my God, is that who that was?
Yeah, people like, is that Patrick Warburton? People tweeted at Patrick. He's like, no, that's my son, like Slate or whatever his fucking name is. And
Jesus.
we're like, what?
That's
Why does your son sound exactly like you? Like
so
it's a
great.
cartoon character.
that's fucking great.
Is it you but shorter? Like,
Yes.
Man, you said he sounds more like you than Tom Hanks' brother sounds like him.
fucking Jim Hanks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally
I let him play Woody. He doesn't sound anything like me, but I do.
Because yeah, I heard that guy in 7 Remake, and I'm like, that sounds so much like Patrick Warburton. There's a 0% chance it's him.
Yeah, no, it's his fucking son.
That's fucking unreal.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, that's the news for this week.
What you doing?
I have a RetroTink 5X Pro allegedly showing up tomorrow from this recording, so we should have done a live stream with it. Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll be checking that out and fulfilling some promises, like streaming Mega Man 8 through 11, and maybe getting into when Slime Week will happen.
Week.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, because it's only like 4 games. It's nuts.
Very reasonable.
Every other month on that slate was like 307 games. And I'm like, this is like my apology poll for, the fact we haven't destroyed an Xbox on camera for reasons I can't even explain without sounding insane. So like, here's our apology. Like, we'll give away a free month, and everyone's like, we'll take 4 videos. And I'm like, what? Sure. Hey KZ, what are you doing?
Nocturne HD will be out, so I'll be playing that on stream. Very excited to like see some of the differences and just play a version of that where Ruben Langton is Dante. That finally DMC2, the canon version, has arrived. I'll also be checking out at some point. I don't know if it'll directly be this week. I'm still figuring it out. I'll be checking out Trails to Azure, which is the new Trails game that got fan translated finally. It's the last untranslated Trails game. The Geofront people have finished it up. It's coming out this Saturday, so by the time this comes out, it's already out. I don't know how they turned this around in a year when that apparently its script is 678,000 words.
Ow.
They combining it with the last game, 643,000 words. It has more words than Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter combined, or some shit, is how they fucking penned it. And their quality is on par with any other real localization. So I'm excited to dig into that. Finally, that series is a little bit less trapped when the middle of its entire story is just missing. You can't read it. Well, now that's finally over. So I'll be checking that out hopefully soon. But that's all I have planned aside from breathing.
Cool. Breathing's pretty cool. Hey, Phil, I'm going to take a guess. Mass Effect 2, possibly a little bit of 3.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2, possibly a little bit of 3.
Huh.
Well,
anyway, here's that image of Dot Hack Alcor again there, Casey.
Can you not do... And remember, next week, these guys will give a review on some weird pizza thing.
Oh, yes, we're going to be reviewing the... Let me look up the specific name.
I thought Casey was being snarky about Dot Hack. I forgot.
oh, I thought that he was being snarky about Castlevania in the weirdest way.
We're going to be reviewing the Beef Taco Grande, an original crust topped with refried beans and salsa, whole milk mozzarella, ground beef, Roma tomatoes, mixed onions, black olives, mild cheddar cheese, and taco seasoning.
And it's made by Papa Murphy, so this whole thing comes off as a fucking ad.
Yes. Maybe we'll get it for the stream tomorrow.
Into it.
I wasn't going to mention who made it.
Maybe they want to join in.
They will.
Maybe they want to join in.
Yeah,
huh?
they want to hear our opinion of the pizza they also ate.
I mean, to be fair, that's what I would have done with the spam stuff if like every flavor didn't extinguish off the face of the planet.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear Bob go, yeah, I took a bite and was poisoned, so I didn't eat anymore.
Yeah, just get the taco
That'll
pizza.
be pretty funny if you do it for the stream, because it's like, prediction, will this be good?
Yeah. Will this be better than the Hungry Howie's taco pizza? Oh no! I hope it's good.
The Hungry Howie's pizza is not a low bar.
No,
Let's
it's not.
be clear.
That's my favorite Hungry Howie's pizza. It's just so expensive that it scares me away from ordering.
Does it have refried beans on it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty well built, except for when it isn't. It's Hungry
Bob?
Howie's. The turnover's high enough where you risk it if you wait 3 months.
You know, Bob, you don't participate in the actual active Discord here very often. I don't appreciate you responding to Dan posting the .hack Alcor cover with a thumbs up and a little picture of Orihime from Bleach.
It's a really good picture for Orihime. I figured that they'd like it.
She looks brain dead just like this fucking thing.
I don't know why he's so upset. I ordered this for $2 as well.
God, what a bargain.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take them to pack all of those, because it's like, what, 10, 15 books?
It was $15, yeah.
And then I'm
most
like,
of them
put the
are done.
Blu-rays in there.
Yeah, you're like,
You
please
robbed
put my
them.
Blu-rays in here. Fucking Right Stuff's just like, oh man, we're losing money on shipping this shit to him.
Yes.
Why does he want this? It's not 2004 anymore.
I don't understand. Hey, this came out in 2009. That's why its art style really doesn't fit .hack. Jesus Christ.
.hack needs to come back, yeah.
Yeah.
It tried. It died.
It's okay. It's gonna happen. Believe.
Oh, okay.
See you next week.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Big Think Dimension. If you would like to support the GB Podcast Network, head on over to patreon.com/GB Podcast so that way you can get exclusive behind the scenes on stuff, other content. There's a lot of content. It's basically non-ending avalanche of content. So head on over there, become a $5 backer or a Podlord today.